Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day, wherever you are. So, as you can see, we got the kitties back home. I did not record it because, flying all over the place. Here, we'll just fix the perspective and then we won't have that happen. No, I did not record it to put on YouTube because I felt like I was getting kind of frustrated with the whole thing at the end of stream and decided that nobody wanted to watch the frustrating travels. So I did not record that. It actually turned out to be not as difficult as it was seeming. But anyway, they are here, and today we are going to actually try to find a mangrove biome to mine a bunch of materials for building the big ship that we wanted to build. So we are going to do that today. It's going to be kind of a casual stream. I don't know that we're going to do a ton of adventuring, but we might. I also need to apparently clear out my bags. I guess I didn't do that the other day. So we will do that too real fast and get to adventuring. Or, well, adventuring to get there anyway. Let's get all of our stuff out of here. Oh, I don't need to keep the feathers. Those can go in here. What else is in these? We don't need pink signs. I don't think we'll need the lead or the bones. I have no intention of randomly taming more animals today. Not that I don't want to, but I don't want to also spend half of stream trekking them all back here again. Where am I sticking spider eyes? Probably in here with everything else that's random. And gunpowder. Okay, we're gonna grab some iron axes. I don't know why we'd need that many, but we're grabbing them anyway. Put the signs back. Stick that in there. And let's get my helmet back on. Oh, I don't need to keep this around. We also probably don't need all of those. Oh, that's not enchanted with anything special. Okay. So when I looked up the coordinates for a mangrove biome, it gave me completely different coordinates than it gave me last time, which I find to be terribly entertaining. So, we're gonna go to these new coordinates because I think they're closer. And I don't know why they didn't give them to me the first time, but whatever, we've got them now. I just want to make sure that I think I have everything. I probably don't need my gold boots. I don't think we're going to the Nether, but you know me, we might. We just might. And as I say that, we're gonna grab some obsidian because we just might. And make sure I've got Only got one boat in my pocket. Why do I only have one boat? Is the other boat down at the bottom of the water? I think it might be. I don't see it. Maybe I put it away. Oh well, we're not gonna go get a third boat. Okay. Let's put the boat where we can actually use it. Oh. I don't have my usual contrasting blocks in my pocket. We need those. I don't know exactly why we would need them today, but it's good to have them. Yep. Close the door. Okay. So we need to go to the negative. So this way we go. How has everybody's Sunday been so far? I hope it's been good. I hope y'all got to sleep in a little bit. Yeah. Enjoy a relaxing day. Everybody in the house is asleep. The dogs, of course, were up and out early. But other than that, and now they're all back napping. And my little sidekick, who's often in here with me, was actually sitting under the desk. If you look at my Instagram, I posted a picture of him laying under the desk. He's usually on a dog bed that's behind me. But he was under the desk, and I think he was determined. He knows. He's got a very accurate sense of time. He knows exactly when he's supposed to be, or, when things are. He knows exactly when it's time to go out for their evening bathroom break, all of that sort of stuff. He knows exactly when we're supposed to go pick up the kiddo from school. And though he was sitting under my desk, I think determined to hang out. And when I walked out of the room, he did follow me because he always follows me. So he is back. He is in bed now with everybody else napping. And actually, after I took that picture, I turned around and saw that his sister was sitting in the dog bed. They both fit. It is not like she kicked him out of the dog bed or he couldn't have been in there. But I think he was hoping that he would be in here for stream. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it's just what he thinks he normally does. So, therefore, that's what he wanted to do. But he is back napping with everybody else. Okay, well, we are getting close to our jungle spot. Let's look here. I don't know if I can go straight through the jungle spot. I kind of don't think we can. But we're gonna see. Or I'm gonna hit the wrong button and, jump out of my boat. Because that is what we do around here. We hit the wrong buttons. Pretty consistently. The other day I went to remap my keys because I keep trying to hit the wrong button in Minecraft when I want to sprint. I keep trying to hit the sprint button that I use for Phasmo and realized that I had already adjusted the keys and had a sprint button that wasn't just double tapping W because I hate doing that. Alright, we cannot go through. And there we go. I just realized that I had forgotten to mute my day job computer, and it likes to tell the time on the hour, which you all don't need to have in the background. It's Sunday. We don't need to know what time it is. Yeah, until this evening when we all have to worry about getting up for work tomorrow. Unless you're one of those people that, doesn't work a Monday through Friday schedule. Right, so we've shown that we need to go around this. So that is what we're gonna do. Hi, little birdie. I did not bring any seeds. We are not letting me collect birds. We're not doing it. The birds are a little bit easier to get back than cats and dogs. But we did that for like the second half of last stream. We're not gonna do it again. We are just gonna go find our mangrove and get as much of it as we can fit and then go back. I don't really have an exact layout for the big ship, boat, whatever that I want to build on stream yet. But I definitely want to build something. So we're going to play with it. I don't know if we'll get to that today. We might. But we're definitely going to have all of the stuff. Probably more stuff than we need for it. Because that's kind of just how we roll in here. Ooh, what are you? And we'll get sidetracked and do stuff like this. Were we here before? I don't really think we were. I know we explored one of these, but I didn't think it was this one. Yeah, but there is a drowned somewhere trying to get me. Is it you? Are you the one who's being so rude? I don't think it was just you. Nope, it's these guys. Yes, I know. I'm looking at the underwater stuff, and you just have to deal with it. Notice now I'm turned the wrong way, so every time I try to turn around, I'm going the wrong direction. Just so rude. Rude, rude, rude. Both of you. Well, I'm going to take a food break and you're just going to have to deal with it. Well, it's a good thing I brought a whole bunch of potatoes with me. Oh, that explains a lot. I was trying to turn myself the other direction. I forgot which way was forward. Alright, well, do we dare go down there at night? Or do we keep going? As we all know, I'm super impatient and don't want to sit here waiting for it to be daylight. Although I think it would be a better idea to go exploring the underground thing during daylight. But I also don't like sitting here. What is everyone up to today? Is today like the chores day for you, or is it the relaxing day? What is the day like for you guys? For me, after I'm done hanging out with you all, I am gonna do some laundry and put some stuff away and try to organize some of my crafting things. I do a decent amount of crafting in my free time. I make cards, generally birthday and Christmas cards. I don't have a lot of use. I have friends who spend, I get a card for them from everything. Easter cards, birthday cards, Christmas cards, Halloween cards, yay it's spring cards, all the things, all the holidays that they could possibly, or reasons they could possibly send out cards. I am lucky if I remember to bring a birthday card to birthday dinners, which is silly because I have them. I have a ton. I make them. But I don't always remember to. Anyway, I do have all of my crafting materials for those kind of in a bunch of different places. And it would be very helpful for me to have them organized, especially because I do go, we kind of do card making, crafting things together, and it's a lot easier to do that if you can grab the things that you need. Like we did one recently, and I was pulling out all of the Christmas card stuff basically at the time that I was supposed to be heading over there. So, yeah, I would much rather try to get some of this stuff organized and not have it be all over the place. So, I think that's what I'm going to try and do today in between doing laundry and sorting laundry. Well, maybe maybe we are finally getting close to it being daylight, and you can stop sitting here listening to me ramble on while and I'll actually do some stuff. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is one that we went down to. I don't think, anyway. No, maybe it would be useful if I grabbed a shovel instead. And kept better track of and kept better track of my error. You know, that silly thing. Oh, there's a chest right there. Oh, but I can't open it. And we're out of air again. Actually, we probably want the wood axe for this, don't we? Okay, where was it? It was right in front of us. There it is. Let's just break the whole thing. And up again. Give my hearts a minute to come back up. Alright, what did we get? We got a book of unbreaking, some nuggets, coal, wheat. Yeah, we've been gathering kelp on our way here. Alright. Not spin around in circles. Just go down. Thank you. Any others? Any others? Oh, for a minute I thought that was a chest. It's just a piece of granite. I'll look down here. Doesn't really look like... Oh, I lied. Oh, also helps if you don't get stuck. Because, yeah. Alright. Well, I guess we are headed back that way. At least we know roughly where we're going. And now we need to make another boat. Oh well. Oop. Oh, and I just... There, you sit on the bed. Chests go in here. The enchanting book goes over here. Another fishing pole. Stick the kelp in here. That was the wrong button. And the rotten flesh. Coal. Sand. And put away the wood. And here we go again. You know what would be a good idea that I didn't think of before? Is to bring a boat with us. Or not a boat, a bed. We have a boat. Words. It's Sunday. Words are hard. Because if we actually find this mangrove biome, we're probably going to be there for a minute. Nope, wrong button. This button. Like I said, I haven't discovered that I have mapped the key for it, but I can't ever remember to hit the right one. Okay, let's do this again. At least in theory, this time we'll be able to see our boat and therefore kind of know where we are. We hope. That's the plan anyway. And of course, don't forget to drink your water today, as I am sitting here drinking water. We all need water, so make sure that you drink some. Most of us don't drink enough. I know, I don't drink enough water. Something I'm trying very hard to remedy. I set myself a goal for how many bottles of water I'm gonna drink in a day. I don't even pretend like I succeed at it, but I'm trying. Now, let's not get too close to the guardians. One of these days we will go and explore there, but not today. And we are going too far towards the sea. Oh, we could have been smart and gone to our jungle biome portal and started from there. Would have gotten us a little bit closer, wouldn't it? Oh well. too late now. Because now we're passing the portal. Pardon me. Sorry for coughing in everybody's faces. I know last stream, maybe not last stream, 2 streams ago, a few, I don't know. Recently, I mentioned that the weather around here has been totally spastic, and we had 70, 80 degree days, and then it was snowing, and then, now we're back up to warm weather, warm enough that we've been opening the windows in the house and leaving them open at night to try and cool down the house a little bit. We do have air conditioning. In the Southwest, it is fairly common for people to use evaporative cooling or swamp coolers instead, and we do actually have an HVAC system, which is very nice, but it's also expensive to run. So during this time of year where it's not quite hot yet, we kind of try not to use it if we don't have to. I feel like we've totally missed or gone a different direction than we were going before to see our boat. Well, if we miss it, we miss it. I feel like we've kind of gotten everything out of that underwater spot anyway, so I'm sure we will find my boat at some point. Okay, we do need to hit more -Z. So we are now a little too far -X and not enough -Z. And I kind of feel like I just went in a circle. Are those savanna trees up there? I think they might be. I did look up the savanna biome, and it pointed me to the one that we had already found right by our base. Sorry, I forgot the word I was looking for. Those do look like acacia trees, though. Alright, I want to write this down because we know I write everything down. My notebook is becoming a mess and needs to get reorganized. Alright, let's see. Is there a way through right here? Maybe, maybe, maybe? Maybe. but it looks more like a dead end. And of course now I can't get back out. There's the out. Alright, well we're gonna go this way around it. Or at least I hope this is a way around it. We might get ourselves way too far one way and have to backtrack. Yeah, this is actually a pretty decent sized savanna biome. I'm just gonna kind of assume, yeah, it doesn't look like I can go through there. So around we go. I have a feeling that we are definitely going to end up way out of the way and have to turn around. Because this feels like a much bigger landmass than I was predicting. But that's okay. It just means more exploring. And we found more horsies. Hi, horsies. Yes, hello to you too, zombie, but we don't really care about you that much. Well, that was a circle. And drowned with a trident. Let's not get hit by him. Okay. Not being stuck on the land. Okay, let's go more this way. That's better. Right, so our X is going down a little bit, which is good, or more towards positive, but our Z is going up towards negative. I realize that might not make sense to everybody, but the numbers are going up and the numbers are going down. So it makes sense to me. And it does look like we're we are loading new chunks That's a neat cave. Because we shouldn't, in theory, have been over here before. But, yeah. What do I know? Sometimes not much. Maybe we need to trek across land a little bit. Like straight that way. Did anyone do anything fun this weekend? There's the new piggies. Hi, new piggies. Oh, we definitely need some of this wood too. We'll collect some of that. I don't think we need any of you. But for some reason, my brain doesn't... Yeah, we have plenty of oak. We don't need more oak. I probably should finish destroying that one, though. So that it's not just a floating block. No, Wandering Trader probably doesn't have anything I can trade for or with anyway. No. And there's not really anything I want. I mean, fire coral might be cool, but yeah, there's not really anything that I want. So we're just gonna leave it. Yeah, let's not be that guy. It just leaves a tree half taken apart. Okay. So I guess this way, where the lava is trying to kill everything. Apparently we're just going to have a coughing stream today. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm actually getting sick, or which I hope not, or whether it's just allergies. I mean, the pollen around here has been bonkers. We had stuff blooming in February that generally doesn't bloom till like April, and at a way higher pollen count than ever before. Yeah, it's just a little crazy around here. So hopefully things will kind of regulate out, because I'm tired of constantly having to take allergy pills and constantly having to do all the things. And yeah, having a cough that I can't seem to quite get rid of. That is just a straight way down. How about we not go that way? You know, not dying again would be preferable. Make sure we're still going the right direction. Alright, what coordinates are we at? It shouldn't be too far now. So I think we get back in the water and keep moving. We want to go a little bit more towards positive X at this point. So, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so if we turn a little this way, turn a little bit more this way, and our Z number is still going more negative, but our X is going up. So we should be, operative term should be, heading in the right direction. Let's try and go around this. And we're going to take a detour. Is this a boat, like, on its side? I think it is. And then what is... And this would be a busted portal with a chest. We like chests. It's a little bit of an all over the place portal. There's stones over here, there's stones over there. This is the one downside to obsidian, is that it takes a long time to mine. Oh, and a big gold block. We could always use a big gold block. Let me switch out axes. Am I out of space? I am totally out of space. Well, we can fix that. And since we were smart, or smart-ish, the downside is I don't really want to have to fix my spawn point or find myself from respawn or from spawn if we die. But one problem at a time. Should we see where this portal lands us? I think we should. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We do this every time. I have no idea how high it needs to be. And there's not enough blocks, because there never are. I also might have made it too wide, but I don't think so. Or wider than it had to be, I guess I should say. But I don't think so. Put you back in there. And grab you. Nope. It's because of you. I don't know why crying obsidian can't be used. It seems silly, especially because all of these broken portals tend to have crying obsidian on them. So, I don't know why I can't use it, but it is what it is. Right, let's see where it takes us. Right in the path of a lava pit. Well, I guess at least it's not spreading over this way. I don't know, that's all I got. coming from a hole way up there. I don't know if I can get up there to use the right tool. Block it. I don't think I can, at least not easily. Where are we? Okay. Well, we are going to go back through. I'll write down the coordinates on this side too, just because we're here. We got them. I might as well. Okay. Well, we've done that bit. I don't know. I think we'll leave that portal for the moment. I'm going to take the corner blocks though, because I can. Oh, I can reach that one. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to. I never take the corner blocks. I always leave it as a full thing, and I really probably should, because we're not exactly, you know, overflowing in obsidian. Where is the other corner block? Did it like fall through the portal or something? That would be kind of funny, actually, but also unfortunate. Nope, it didn't. Well, at least there's that. We're gonna leave that chest there. Alright, where did I make the weird hole? Let's fix that. I'll put you there. Okay. Well, we have tested out the portal. And come out with a few extra obsidian in the end. So let's go test out the boat. Not our boat, the sunken boat. And test out isn't really the right word. It's more like, let's go explore the sunken boat. Where do we think the chests in it would be? Yep, have it right here. Okay, the easiest way to get back out. Probably this way. Come on. Freak you. That took way more work than it should have needed to. Alright. Do we think there's another chest in here? Because I'm willing to guess that there might be. Kind of hate that to find it, we're basically dismantling the whole thing. I don't know where else we would look, though. That's the outside of the boat. Because if this is the top of it, I mean, we should be able to see any other chests there are, right? Nope, nope, there is another one. Well, I guess I'm glad we kept looking. Oh, but we need to make space in our pockets first. And a buried treasure map that hopefully leads to an actual buried treasure. Because we've had a few that didn't. And I guess we better do a little bit of a breaking of stuff this direction. Since that's how we found that second one. Yep. Out of air. Too busy talking, not paying enough attention to what I'm doing. Yep. And we better eat. I do think that probably we've found everything now, since that's the outside of the boat. Oh, we did get a golden axe with smite 2. That's useful. Get some of these planks out of here. More feathers. We always need more feathers for arrows. Never have too many. I'm not going to put the dirt blocks into a bundle, although I can't really think of a reason to need the dirt blocks. Let's put them in the purple one. Maybe they'll stay, as long as they stay up top, we should be able to find them. Alright, so let's go back to our trusty dusty boat. And keep moving. Right, towards positive X, but very close to being towards negative. So this way. And let's put these away too. We don't need those taking up space. Okay. Do we think we can go in between here? Whoop. Wrong button. No. So we either have to go through or around. Poop. But it's night and we're in the boat, which, as misguided as this might sound, does feel safer. So I think we'll attempt a going around. That is exactly what I was kind of hoping to avoid. And then I hit the wrong button again. So I guess we'll go even farther around. Again. Or maybe... There we go. That's better. That was kind of my hope when we were getting off the boat over here. But then there were all the zombies. And that kind of makes it difficult. Alright, so now that we are sans all the zombies over here, maybe This is also kind of what I was thinking, is that it was going to be water right across from water. All right, positive X with a little bit on the Z side. Helps if you get in the boat first. All right, we are going too far with positive X. Oh, and the brown piggies and the brown chickens, or I guess they're kind of beige-ish. Can we get out this way? I feel like we came through here. This seems like a hole we would have made. And there's some more acacia trees. I think we've kind of gone in a giant circle. Let's keep this up for a second. Okay, we need to go this way. We are definitely getting close. Like, it should be right over there. You know, right there where there's a whole bunch of drowned. That's where we're going. Because of course that's where we're going. It couldn't be simple or anything. It couldn't be just full of, you know, cows and pigs and chickens. Well, I assume that there's like a reason that there's a whole bunch around. There is a buttload of treasure chests over here. And somebody throwing a trident at me. Where is he? He's over there. Too bad you can't, like, pick up the tridents. Anyway. A buried treasure map. Well, and let's hope it's actually buried treasure and not just a map to our own base like last time. And since there was a chest in both of those, I'm going to guess that there is one in here too. Although I don't see one. Yep, there it is. Oh, well, let's combine these. Yeah, it's kind of a way of telling myself I was here. I thought I had coal in one of those. I guess not. Put the flint in there. Will the wheat fit in there? No. I don't really care about the dirt. I don't really care about the gravel either. Definitely don't care about the sand. Dirt might be, or gravel might be useful. I'm just starting to run out of space over here. Alright. Where are we going? We need to head... this direction. It's much easier to see when the coordinates aren't right in front of your face. Keep expecting to, like, see them. And I keep not seeing mangrove trees. Yeah, but the sun is going down. So let's do this so that we don't get any mobs. Is that them right there? Did we finally do it? I think... Come on. I think we finally did it, everybody. I think we found them. Ah, this is so cool. Okay, but I probably really should... Okay, what do I need to be able to grow them myself and not have to trek all the way out here? It's those little things, right? Oh, I can harvest them with my regular axe. Well, that's also good to know, because I'm gonna forget to switch around, I'm sure. Not just an I'm sure. I know I will forget to switch around. Oh, come on. How many leaves did we get? 5. I guess we probably want more than 5. Nope, nope, we're gonna have to build our tower bigger. Yeah, I really want to be able to grow mangrove over closer to our base, because this is not a convenient spot to get to. I mean, we could try the portal thing. Yeah, like we do. But still, it's not a very convenient spot to get to. What is right above me? You are. Oh, we've got some more stragglers over here. Oh, come on. Get up. Turning too soon. It's being stupid. Okay, I want to go over that way. Right? Oh, I even went a little too far. That's okay. And now we're using the wrong tool. Using the wrong tool. Always, right? That's what we do on this stream, is we just use the wrong thing. Certainly seems like it sometimes. Okay. Alright, what is in these things that we definitely don't want? We don't want moss carpet. We don't need moss carpet. I don't think we need that many mangrove leaves. Mangrove. Wow, words today. I'm just not wording at all very well, am I? Get those in there. Else. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I was trying to make some more space so that we could get like the wheat in there maybe. And instead I just threw a bunch of stuff. Unless that's better. Okay. But it is night. We had better do this. I don't need all of these guys over here. Is that all of them? Nope. And that's mud, isn't it? It is. We don't really need mud. We have mud. And I went and put it in the bag anyway. Yeah, I know. I don't make any sense. I stopped trying to make sense out of myself a long time ago. Okay, where is the one that I literally just saw? Not with the bed. These. There's a bunch of them over here. These are the things we need. Right. And we don't want moss carpet. No moss carpet. I don't want the lily pad either. Of course, it had to go all the way to the bottom, and I don't have any space in my pockets anyway. Now I do. Right, let's switch you. Yeah, we'll hang on to this stick for a second. Okay, we don't really have a full thing of them yet. Let's build. Oh, and you're over there. We need you. Get all this stuff out of here. Make it so that I can actually see. I don't know, do we want to silk touch a couple of the vines? Maybe. Except that I'm not seeing any vines, I'm just finding carpet. I don't know, maybe we go over here where I'm like right on a vine. Nope, they just seem to disintegrate. I would really like some stuff to despawn so that I can actually see where I am. But as I am sure that I am like leaving some trees like half harvested, which of course prevents certain things from despawning, which is an annoying side effect. But it's very hard to tell. Like, I am having a hard time being certain if I've gotten everything. That's what I'm looking, that's the term I'm looking for. Now my question is, to do a mangrove farm, do I need to have mud? I mean, we can make mud. We've got dirt, we've got mud. It's not a big deal. But is that what I need to be able to do it? Because I feel like I am going to have to watch, I don't know, somebody's stream or something to see how they did it. Or somebody's YouTube or somebody's something. Because I'm just not sure that I'll be able to figure it out on my own. Okay, so I gotten everything off of this one. I think so, maybe. I know there's a log up there, but the stuff under it hasn't despawned yet. I'm wondering if it's going to or not. I guess we'll watch for a minute and find out. I'm guessing no. But the sun's going down again because it has a pesky habit of doing that. So we'll do this. That's right. I could teleport. I don't want to teleport places though. I'm sure at some point we will. I'm sure we'll just do the teleport thing out of need, convenience, I don't know. Yeah, I am sure that we will do it. But I don't want to get too in the habit of doing it just yet. I mean, I know we do other things like look up coordinates and stuff like that. But I do, and I think we don't have any mods or anything, so it's part of the game. And even, yeah, people who play with mods, have at it. Go for it. There's so many cool mods out there that why not? But since we don't play with mods and the commands are built in, I feel like it's pretty natural to use them anyway if you want to. And so I'm not opposed to me using them at some point. I just haven't yet. I was kind of surprised we suddenly had space for sticks. That we need to add to our ultra phlegmatic fishing pole, don't we? We might already have it on there. We'll have to look when we get back. Right, where to go next? Take you. Let's take you. I have a sneaking suspicion that Mangrove is gonna turn into like my other favorite wood to use. I mean, just look at that red color. It's such an awesome color. And that's one of the reasons I keep using the iron ones. I also feel like my Silk Touch axe, which does have mending on it, isn't mending? Question mark. And it could purely be perception and not be rooted in any kind of actual reality. But it does feel like it's not fully mending. I don't know. Like I said, it could absolutely just be in my head. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time. But yeah, it's just all in my mind. We'll collect all of these, and then we will get back home, which I do have to, yeah, that's going to be a trek in and of itself. Because since we've changed our spawn points and stuff, we can't just die in order to get back home. So we will have to figure that out. Oh, hold on 1 second, everyone. I will be back in just a minute. And then I bumped my mouse. You know. I mean, it's a good thing I was still at the computer and hadn't, like, gotten up and walked away. Then we'd have a drowned me that had spawned back at who only knows where. I mean, I think if I really had to, I could figure out how to get to my base from spawn, but I'm not certain of it. And today is not the day that I want to test it out. Now, I know earlier I was talking about that we've been having some pretty nice weather, and supposedly it's gonna get colder again, but they're talking like colder like what it normally would be for this time of year, like in the 70s colder. So, but I know a couple of places are still expecting like a snowstorm and rain and all sorts of craziness. So hopefully, if you're one of those, or if you're in one of those places, I hope it doesn't get too bad. I was watching I saw a TikTok of a lady who has horses and such in Arkansas, and because they've been on tornado watches, she has braided in tags with like her information in case the fences get taken out and her horses are seen wandering the road, which I'm absolutely certain happens in a tornado. But it was just kind of a wild thought. Like, I have to tag my horse just in case. And, like, I grew up in the Midwest, but where I grew up, I think we had tornado warnings like once, twice. It was not a very common thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Okay, get the bed out of here again. I'm not actually positive where I was working when I realized it was getting to be dark out. Was it over here? Doesn't really seem like it. I know, we should be able to find it because we left a big tower of stuff. But that's here. It's over here. Yeah, when I was a kid, we more worried about, like, we did disaster drills in school and stuff like that for, tornadoes and whatnot. Where we all filed into the hall and stood up against the lockers. But I don't remember ever actually having any kind of sirens or warnings or concerns about it. And, there was never school wasn't ever canceled for weather. Well, it was canceled twice. There were 2 days when I was a kid where we didn't have school because it was 40 below. And the school couldn't heat the building properly. There was one time in high school when it was basically like blizzard, whiteout conditions. And I took the train to school, so I went to school. But it was most of the kids weren't there. Almost all of the teachers that even made it, half of them weren't there. Half of them didn't even make it in. We're pretty much like, well, you guys are here, so I'm gonna put on a movie or something. Like, we kind of had movie day all day, and then they ended school early because nobody was there. There wasn't a lot of a point to, because like some of my afternoon classes we could have done, nobody would have missed anything except just having missed a day of class. But a lot of the teachers, I think, didn't really see a reason when their class usually had 12, 15 students in it, and there were 4. And I went to a pretty small high school, so even a class with like 15 or 20 students was a pretty full class. And yeah, and that was it. We missed like 3 days of school. I missed like 3 days of school due to weather. So I do always find it interesting out here when school is canceled for what I would see is like no reason. And we do have days where school is in session. You're expected to be there unless you live in like this area or that area that still might have icy roads or too much snow the few times a year that we get snow. That makes sense to me. But there are other times where it's like almost nobody that goes to this school is coming from that far away due to the way the school system is set up here. So if all the roads for me and most of the others are clear, yeah, maybe a teacher can't get in because their roads aren't clear, but most of the students could. I don't know. I mean, now with everybody having computers and thanks to COVID and things like that, we do online school days. Where, they don't have to be in class or at school, but there's assignments that are posted that they're expected to do. I think that's kind of hit or miss too. Some teachers very diligently do that. And here we go, using the wrong tool again. Others don't. And, I do like that it doesn't leave us in limbo at the end of the school year. Because it used to be that there were designated makeup days for snow days. So the school year would be extended, and it was never really decided until the last minute. And so you might have made plans with the knowledge that this was going to be the last day of school, vacation plans, whatever things. And you're like, well, they've extended school for however many days due to having however many snow days. And that was always really frustrating. So I guess in that regard, this is better. But yeah. And we have had no days this year where in-person school was canceled and they did online instead. Because we just really haven't. We finally got winter weather temperatures in like the end of December. So yeah, it wasn't. It hasn't been even on the radar really this year. Okay. I think kind of want to wait a minute, give stuff a chance to despawn. I think we've kind of taken out most of, or harvested most of this mangrove field, or whatever you want to call it. But there's a few more spots in it. I think we'll probably just do the whole thing if we can. But I want to give things kind of a chance to despawn a little bit, because I'm finding it hard to tell. And if I'm finding it hard to tell, you're probably also finding it hard to tell. So okay, I think we've got a little bit of an idea now. Oh, and I think we left one of the little, that guy. Let's do, with the right tool, let's do this one. I think that's all the bits on this one. Let's make sure. The mangroves do seem to kind of wander around and do a lot of things that don't really seem to be as logical as some of the others. Yeah, there's like a block over here, and then there's a block over there. Just doesn't seem to have as much rhyme or reason as some of the other trees do. Acacia's kind of that way too. There's kind of one here and one over there and one somewhere else. Get the stupid moss carpet out of here. We don't need you. We don't need you and we don't want you. I honestly have no idea what I would even use moss carpet for. I'm sure that there is somebody out there that uses moss carpet for decorating their base or something. I'm sure there is. And yeah. If you love it, good for you. Nothing wrong with that. But it's not for me. Now that I've said that, I'm sure at some point down the road I will come up with a reason or come up with some kind of building project where I want moss carpet. And then I'll be eating my words. And when that happens, well, we will deal with it when we get to it. Does anyone else ever have the fear when they're like up on a tower, like I am at the moment, that they're going to take too long and then everything that's fallen on the ground is going to despawn before you can get to it? I wonder about it all the time. That like I'm just going to be up here chopping down trees away, yeah, happy as can be, and yet all the stuff I need is going to be busy despawning. Do we see anything else? Oh, there's another little thingy. What are they called? I should probably stop calling them thingies. A propagule. I might do better calling them thingies. Doopy 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 doo. There we go. No, I didn't collect it. It just fell in the water. Now we've collected it. Okay, so we need to get up there. Yeah, this thing is definitely not mending the way I think it should be. Well, when we get back, we'll have to repair it, I guess. But I also think we're pretty close to done. I know, I've said that a bunch today while doing this, but I do think we are pretty close to done. Let's go back over here and get in the bed. Okay, I'm gonna venture that the one right above us is not finished because it has not despawned all the way yet. And I know we're breaking leaves with a block. Not the most logical of uses for one. I don't want to use the golden axe because it won't last real long. And now I don't have any space for my bed because we have too many dang mangrove leaves. Not exactly sure where to put this. Maybe there. The torch is literally there, basically for the sake of the torch being there. Okay. I think our pockets are full. Yeah, we're short by 5 to have 4 full stacks. That's more than enough. So let's get out of here and see if we can point ourselves towards home. And head that way. So, not the most exciting stream ever. And if we don't make it back home by the end of stream, I will do so off stream. But I don't know why we couldn't make it back home by the end of stream. We have an hour. And then we went way more the other direction than we needed to. It's too bad your sprint button doesn't work when you're rowing. It would be real handy. Alright, there's our other portal and our sunken boat. And we're gonna have to repair like all of our stuff when we get back. I don't know if I have enough diamonds for that. I guess we will find out. And hopefully I'll be able to get on before next stream and do some of the boring things like mining. That way you don't have to sit through a mining stream. And I know we're going the wrong direction now, but I'm trying to get around all of this without having to walk through it, which, you know what? We did a bunch of that last time, and that's part of why it took us for like ever. So maybe we just try to be smart about it, or smarter about it. I don't know that either one is really the smartest way to do it. The smartest way to do it would be to have gotten to the end and gotten elytra by now, but we haven't done that. We also only have like 4 ender pearls, so we're not gonna get there anytime soon either. That was not the plan. And this is also super not the plan. Okay. So we need... do not do dumb things. Pick the right block first. There we go. Really helps if you don't fall into holes. I mean, we know I'm really good at falling into holes. We do it, what, almost every stream? Often. I've been working on kind of a best of the month video for you all for YouTube, especially for those who don't want to watch like the full-on, everything we do in stream ones. And so I'm working on the first one where we talk about not falling in the hole and then quite promptly fall in the hole. So, clearly it is something that we are most definitely good at. Now, before we do something else silly, sorry, I couldn't hit my mute button fast enough. Because I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to hear me cough into the thing. Okay, let's make sure we're facing the right direction again. Yes, we basically are. Making sure all numbers are counting down or up, depending on how you want to look at it, towards 0. So since we're just doing the ever interesting thing of running across the countryside, I would like to do a pop-up stream this week. I mean, I've kind of talked before about possibly wanting to try to figure out how to do 3 streams a week instead of just the 2. I'm still not sure how I'm going to make that work. Potentially every other week I could easily do 3, at least right now. During like the holiday season, my day job gets a little crazy and I'm not sure that I'd be able to do it then. So that's kind of my concern on that one, on truly doing 3 a week, although I would love to. But I do want to play some Phasmo on stream with you all. I had a lot of fun doing that and would like to continue, would like to do it again. However, since we started Dungeon Siege, Dungeon Siege will be on Tuesday, so I mean, we could split that stream, maybe do a little bit longer stream and do like half and half. I don't know exactly what my plan is. Too bad I have no room in my pockets, or we would pick up some acacia as well. But now we know where this acacia biome is, so we can come back for it. Oh, look at all the doggies. All the savannah puppies. Right, well, we will come back for them too. So I'm thinking, like I said, I'm thinking a pop-up stream. I don't know whether it will be Monday or like Wednesday or Thursday evenings. It would definitely have to be llamas in the afternoon or evening. It wouldn't be in the morning, so it wouldn't be like my usual stream times. It would be sometime in the afternoon or evening. But I would very much like to do that. And do some Phasmo with you all. So I'm going to figure out how to squeeze it in this week. Yep, and we've kind of turned ourselves around. Anybody surprised by this statement? Nope. Sorry, I'm watching the numbers very diligently. It makes it a little bit harder to... Also makes it harder to not fall down a ravine. Get the right tool for the job. I probably could have picked a less difficult way to try to go, couldn't I? But, you know, we're not known for doing things the easy way around here. In fact, usually if I can make it more complicated, I will. That's generally how we do it. But it looks like we're getting closer to water over here. I hope, I hope, I hope. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we'll discover that this big acacia savanna biome is like attached to the land that our base is on. Not that I think I'm gonna run here every time if I can avoid it. I would probably rather do the boat thing. And there's some cool white horses. Hello, horses and cows. Oh, they're kind of red. That's cool. I'm pretty sure I have seen all the new animals like on other streams, or you know, my kiddo running around in creative looking at them slash, you know, spawning them with eggs. But still, seeing them in your own game and not in somebody else's is very cool. And I'm just kind of a dork and want to see all the new animals. Let's see where we are. Oh, that might actually be a possibility. I was just thinking that since we were in a jungle biome, maybe we aren't that far off from our jungle portal, which is a possibility. Yeah, actually I want to keep that where I can see it for a minute. And it is starting to get dark, so let's do this. No, usually helps if you take the bed with you. Although I was just thinking that, you know, at least if we died now, we would be closer to something familiar, but not if we break the bed. And we totally turned around again. Positive X. So we do kind of want to go directly this way. Well, we might get there. We will get there eventually, one way or the other. We found our boat. Told you we'd find it at some point. And how come none of the blocks from before despawned? Shouldn't they despawn? Or shouldn't they have despawned, I should say? Right, well, like we said earlier, we thought that we had pretty much explored this whole thing. So I don't know that there's a point, really, in me going through and looking around, except to swim with some dolphins, which is kind of neat. And then get stuck and throw my potatoes. You know, all those things, because we're really good at this. Okay, we'll go down and look at this one. Oh, there is a chest here, but there is also somebody throwing tridents at me. Oh, but he's not going to get up this close, is he? I know he's throwing tridents at me again, but I can't see him. Where are you? If you're gonna throw stuff at me, at least have the courtesy to be visible. Trying to see where... There you are. Well, we got him. With 1 heart left. He almost got us. Alright, so before we go looking at that chest and grabbing stuff, which we totally don't really have space for, let's get our hearts back up. Okay, now, which one was it that still had a chest? It was this one. Nope, not really. Come on, up, 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 up. Faster, faster, faster. Thank you. Not really anything we needed. But we got it anyway. Let's get our boat. Which I'm going to have to get in the water to get, I assume. Yep. Nope, wrong direction. Okay. So now, in theory, if we go this way, we will end up by our jungle portal. And then we can just take that home. And if need be, we can dump some stuff. I believe we have a chest next to that portal. So we can put a couple of things there that like we don't really immediately need, like more sticks. As we will be collecting jungle wood also. And my brain just totally lost it. Dark oak, spruce, one of the dark woods. We will also be collecting that. And then we will expand the dock area and build ourselves a nice cool ship right there. I am gonna grab that boat, but I did want to... Oh, nope, we just have a crafting table over here. Okay. Make sure we collected our boat and not the crafting table. And do the bed. Let's see what's convenient. Nothing's convenient to grab. We will pick all of this stuff up in a minute. Buried treasure map ID 4, map ID 5. They've been labeled. Does that mean we know where they are? I don't know. All right, is that everything that we threw? Yeah, of the things that we want. I think the bed can stay there. Since we're going into the nether, it might as well. Oh, I didn't make a sign over here. That was silly. There must be a sign along the way somewhere, though. Arrows? Arrows? Maybe? It looks like it. Cool. Oh, and we're not wearing our gold boots because I didn't even think about that. Don't you dare, Gast. I don't feel like dealing with you. We are just heading home, so just let us head home in peace. Didn't this portal have a sign? I could have sworn it had a sign on it. Not that we can get to our signs, so we're not going to worry about it right now. But I could have sworn it had a sign. Regardless, we are home. We accomplished our mission of getting Mangrove, and we have made it back home to all the kitties and puppies. We have fixed our respawn. Now let's empty our pockets. . coal. I was like, what was I coming over here for? For this. And we'll put that in there and these in there. Those we're gonna combine here in a minute. I thought I had extra flint and steel somewhere. We'll put it with that one. Okay, now to empty all of this stuff from our bags. Most of it is wood, so we'll go over here. Lapis and emeralds. The mud, I think we'll just stick with the dirt. Blank books. Bottle O enchanting. We will have to look up what that is at some point. Wheat and sticks. Okay, what is in the next bundle? And mostly wood, so we'll start over here. Nope, you don't go there. Lodestone does. Put all those maps there. This all list is unknown every time. It's very annoying. That's ID 3, ID 2, ID 1. That one is blank, and these are listed as 4 and 5. Which means, well, I don't know what it means. Yeah, we need to relabel this sign. Good grief. There are still a bunch of flowers in here. So I guess we need to keep it also saying flowers. We won't divide those out yet. Okay, let's go here. Right, so that is the one we like. This is the one with Luck of the Sea. Enchanting cost 11. Well, there go almost all of my levels. Of course, now I'm going to be dumb and look at the enchanting book. Find something that we can't. Yeah. Because fortune would be kind of nice. Just saying. However, having a badass fishing pole is also very nice. Right, let's take a look at this one. Okay, that is definitely new. We don't know where that is. That is good to know. Let's look at this one. That one also is new. Oh, wrong button. Let's look at this guy. Nope, it's going to be another map up here. So that's a blank map, which is not helpful. Anyway, these two bottom ones we will have to explore next time. Okay, so I do think that that is it for me. We're going to sleep through the night real quick. Put this cat on my head because we can. So, yeah, that is going to be it for me today. I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. I really enjoyed hanging out with you all. And I always feel like I have something planned to say at the end of stream, and then it all goes out my brain by the end of stream. Anyway, I had a lot of fun hanging out with you all. Please come hang out with me on Tuesday. Do all the things. Follow if you're on YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever. We are going to try and do either a longer stream on Tuesday and do some Phasmo along with Dungeon Siege, or I'm going to do a pop-up stream someday this week. I'm pretty sure, provided nothing goes totally bonkers. So I will see you all on Tuesday or in the pop-up if it happens before that. I love you all. Thank you all for hanging out with me. You have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.